to hear us talk and hear us think and hear us reason is something that I'm going to create a passion for.
Well, brother, every revolution started the same way. Somebody came in a room and said, yo, we ain't got to keep putting up with this. And somebody just said, for real? For real. Well, we need to do something about it. It really came the germination of an idea that this right here that we're dealing with does not have to continue. And then it went from there.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. And we're hitting all the trigger points, because if you're healthy in your mind and you've got your children pointed in the right direction and you've got a strategy for your future in business, you have come, and then you've got a relationship with God and your spiritual parts are good, because there's certain things about the spiritual part of a person's being that none of these other things will touch. You could have the money and have the business and have the mentality, but if you don't have the peace and the courage and the comfort and the consolation of knowing that there's something bigger than you that makes you feel safe to explore the unexplored, to conquer the unconquerable, to climb the mountains that have never been climbed before. If you have all of that on your side, you can do anything. And I think that I want to use my platform. I want to use our foundation as a platform to have these kinds of conversations, and not only conversations, but to make sure that the information trickulates down to the level that it needs to go and touches the people that it needs to touch. And on behalf of, and I can't speak for the community, but I'm going to, on behalf of the Black community, we thank you for your service and who you are and what you do and what you give. And you are the sheroes and heroes. You don't get trophies at the Olympics, and you don't get Stellars and Emmys and Grammys. And I want to put you on stage so that we can give you awards so that our children will want to be you.
Thank you, brother.
And Bishop, and just if I could just add one little thing, self-esteem. Self-esteem. So everything that you just said, our people are missing self-esteem and the confidence in themselves that they can do this. And we should know from history that we get knocked down, but we get back up. So
how do we build that self-esteem?
Tell your child that they can do it. Continuously tell yourself that you can do it, because our children look upon us. They look at us to model. They look at us for guidance. And so if we're always giving up, or if we always feel like we can't do things the right way, or we can't devise a plan and stick to that plan, that's what our children see. So it's as simple as someone saying to themselves, I can do this and I will do this, right? Because if you don't have confidence in yourself, no one else will believe in you either. And that's the thing that people are missing. It starts with you. It starts from inside. And so it starts at a young age and telling our children to believe in themselves. That's the thing that we're missing also. And now we have to recreate that. We have to get them to believe in themselves, to think positively when they're praying, to ask for what they want, what they've been working for.
Parents can build self-esteem, as can educators. Any adult in a child's life can build self-esteem or foster self-esteem through identifying small victories. You did a good job when you washed that dish. You did a great job when you came over and you told your sister that she looked nice. That was really cool of you, the way that you called your grandmother and asked her how she was doing during COVID. Self-esteem is built brick by brick, grain by grain. But what makes it self-esteem, but in terms of from the outside, is we shine a light on it. So when we as a parent or a person in a position of authority point something out to someone who's looking up to us, they in turn internalize that as something that's important. And if an important person to me says that I know how to do something that's good, then I must be good. It's a simple calculation. It's a very, very, very linear equation. You point it out. So you say to somebody, that's a good looking cake that you should send me up here in Connecticut. Maybe what they'll do is have self-esteem enough to put one in the mail and get it up.
But by the way, Bishop, I'm going to tell you something I don't say publicly. That's why I use credit scores for adults. It's non-racial. It's non-political. It has nothing to do with your family lineage. This is a win that you can control.
Right.
And if I can get your credit score up 40 points in that first experience with us, you don't trust banks, you don't trust the government, you may not even trust yourself. You've had a bunch of failures, a bunch of disappointments, a bunch of declines. If I can get you a win in 20 days, wow, my credit score, I was 620. I'm 660 now? What? Wait, I was 5'80". I'm 6'20" now. I'm 5'40", 5'20" now. What, 6'20" now? Wait, okay, now whoa. What did you do? Okay, what that was me. What else? Okay, what else? Okay, well, there's got this charge off here. I don't know what that is. Oh, I got divorced 10 years ago. We negotiated that for you. Then you go up another 30, 40 points. Now you're at 650. All of a sudden you got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, now I want to buy something. I want to be a homeowner. I'm tired of renting. The endorphins kick in a different way on the right side of their brain.
You know what I love about what you just said, and I know we got to go, but this is what I love about that. In our community and even in church, we have all these colloquialisms that are not quantifiable, that are not metrics that are measurable. I'm going to the next level. I'm going to do better. I'm moving to the east side. All of these things that are so nebulous, that you can't tell whether you're there or not. Yeah. But something that has a number to it gives me quantifiable results that I can say, oh, I'm 10 points higher, I'm 50 points closer. I think that's very helpful because a lot of times we anesthetize our pain with colloquialisms that can never be reached because they're never quantifiable enough to be measured.
Great
point. I'm gonna give you this and I'm gonna leave it alone. There's never been a riot in a 700 credit score neighborhood in all of America's history of any race at any time ever, because 700 credit score neighborhoods go shopping. 2-parent households, after school, plays, parks, Starbucks, Whole Food. That's a 700 credit score. GDP, entrepreneurship, all the riots, all the poverty, all the check cashers, payday loan lenders, rent-to-own stores, title lenders, liquor stores, pawn shops is in a 500 credit score neighborhood. Black and brown urban and white rural, 100%.
I get it.
Bishop, that colloquialism piece, I hope you wrote that down. That's a book. The fact for real. The fact that people, that's pretty heady. The fact that people subconsciously create immeasurable, unattainable goals allows them to never be accountable to growth.
Absolutely. That's the whole problem. And as a CEO, lay the pastors aside, as a CEO, I always want the metrics. I want quantifiable results. I want to know.
You don't want to do good. You don't want to do good or better.
Yeah. I don't want to hear that. Good. We did good. How good is that? We did better. What do you mean by better? I want quantifiable metrics so that I can measure. How does that compare with last year? What's my year to date on that? What is my cost factor? What is my profit margin? A lot of smart begins with being dumb enough to ask the right questions.
Exactly.
And if people would learn to allow themselves to be foolish enough to ask the right questions, you'd be smart in a minute.
The smartest person in the room is not the one with the most answers, it's the one with the best questions.
Absolutely. We got to stop. We could go on all day. Thank you so much. This was great.